Hello again. The United States top general says it's still not known whether the coronavirus originated in a wet market in China's Wuhan or from a lab or elsewhere. At a news conference, he also reaffirmed the official view that the virus was probably natural and not man-made. That's at odds, though, with recent repeated remarks from President Trump and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who insist China's to blame one way or another. It's not the only discrepancy either, as Caleb Maupin explains.
Theories pushed by U.S. officials claiming that somehow the virus originated in a laboratory in Wuhan are not getting supported by key U.S. allies. It's now emerged that new data collected by the United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and the United Kingdom, the countries that make up the so-called Five Eyes, is shedding doubt on the idea that the virus originated in a laboratory.
We think it's highly unlikely it was an accident. It is highly likely it was naturally occurring, and that the human infection was from natural human and animal interaction.
The Five Eyes is an alliance set up to share top-secret data. This weekend, Australia's Daily Telegraph published what it called a 15-page leaked dossier compiled by the Five Eyes that was supposed to back up claims that the virus originated in a laboratory. Now, the report gathered a lot of attention, but intelligence officials were quick to point out that it was based on gathered news reports, not actual evidence.
My instinct is that it was a tool for building a counter-narrative and applying pressure to China. So it's the intent behind it that's most important. So possibly open source leads with a classification slapped on it.
The Australian government backs the idea that the virus originated in China's fresh produce markets.
We can't rule out any of these arrangements, that's what I said the other day, but the most likely has been in a wildlife wet market.
Despite what is being said by other investigators, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo claims he knows something that they don't.
Have you seen anything that gives you high confidence that it originated in that Wuhan lab?
Martha, there's enormous evidence that that's where this began. China has a history of infecting the world.
Now, the World Health Organization is running out of patience. They want evidence to back up these fantastic claims.
We have not received any data or specific evidence from the U.S. government relating to the purported origin of the virus. So, from our perspective, this remains speculative.
Chinese media is calling Mike Pompeo insane, while top intelligence sources are saying these claims just don't add up. Without presenting any evidence, U.S. officials are sticking to their story, even though it's a pretty wild one.
Trump has completely, totally blown the response to a coronavirus. U.S. cases are shooting through the roof. The death load is projected to double over the next few months. The government has shown itself to be absolutely helpless in reining in this pandemic. And Trump is facing serious problems when it comes to the upcoming election. So he's very worried. He's desperate. He needs to divert attention from his own awful record. So therefore, he's looking for an enemy, and he thinks he's found one in China. Trump has been unable to marshal any evidence at all. So yeah, it's very dangerous. The two sides are very angry with one another. And no one knows where it will lead, and so therefore the other countries are extremely worried, and are hoping, to sort of to lower the temperature. But Trump shows no signs of doing so.